Various news outlets are reporting that Ben Carson is requesting Secret Service protection because he claims that he's in danger on the campaign trail. Now, perhaps that would, in certain contexts, make sense. I mean, he is running for president. There are a lot of people who are, listening to what he's saying, and perhaps he has gotten some sort of vague threats at one time or another. So it's not like this is a ridiculous thing at face value. It's a very reasonable thing at face value. But according to the International Business Times, the reason that he gives as to why he needs the Secret Service protection, it is a hoot. He says, quote, "I prefer not to talk about security issues, but I have recognized, and people have been telling me for many, many months, that I'm in great danger because I challenge the secular progressive movement to the very core. They see me as an existential threat, but I also believe in the good Lord, and we take reasonable precautions." Oh boy. All right, so there's so many parts of that are hilarious. First of all, I believe in the Lord, he'll protect me, but we need to take precautions. Secret Service, where you at? I thought you believed in the Lord. What happened? You believe in the Lord until you think there's a real threat. And they're like, Secret Service, please, help me. God's not going to do shit. What are we talking about here? And then just, seriously, Ben? Seriously? That's the problem in America? These are the violent people, the secular progressives? I don't believe that he's gotten one death threat, certainly not one credible death threat, from secular progressives. Absolute nonsense. Do me a favor, point me to the last terrorist attack that was done in the name of secular progressivism. I'll wait. I'll give you, you can have all day, you could have all month to pick one out. It doesn't exist, you're not going to find it, especially you're not going to find it in the United States of America today. Now, this is where some people would say, well, I mean, come on now, there's crazy people of every ideology, and you gotta understand that, blah, blah, blah. Typically and historically, when people who are atheists or secular people have done violence, more often than not, it's been in the name of communism. It's been in the name of what is, in essence, effectively a state religion. So let's keep that in perspective. If somebody kills in the name of communism and they happen to be an atheist or a secular progressive, that doesn't mean that they're killing in the name of their secular progressivism or atheism. That's just not true. So what are you talking about? Again, so when you go to the numbers, when you go to the facts in America as to who does the most violence, there's obviously random violence and violence based on mental illness and psychopaths, and mass shootings is probably the biggest thing. 8 to 12,000 murders every single year in America, about 32 to 36,000 gun deaths. So that's probably the biggest problem, just random violence and stuff like that. But then when you get into the terrorism, so the violence in the name of a political or religious ideology, 56% of the terrorist attacks, or attempted terrorist attacks, from the 1990s until today, according to the Department of Homeland Security, in a study commissioned by the Bush administration, right-wingers. It's the right wing. And obviously, Christianity is up there too. Islamic terrorism is up there. Whenever there's any left-wing terrorism, you know what it is? It's property damage. And it's, to try to fucking free some monkeys from a testing facility because they're working on some new lotion. I mean, seriously, you might laugh and say, oh, that's not fair. You're being too kind to the left. Bullshit, I am. You go look at the numbers yourself. And even where there are there in some places Marxist terrorists, communist terrorists? Yes. Is it in the U.S.? No. It's just not. You look at the numbers, you tell me. So the main threats, ultra-conservative, far-right terrorism, Christian terrorism, and Islamic terrorism, and sprinkled in there are, fucking Greenpeace getting aboard a ship where they're doing whaling and say, stop it! Oh, terrorists! Secular progressive terrorists? What the fuck are you talking about? Point me to one in the United States of America, a terrorist attack done, not, hey, an atheist who happened to kill for some other reason. Point me to a secular progressive who's attacking people because they're a secular progressive. You're not going to fucking find it. The most militant secular progressive in America might be me. And I'm only militant because I talked down to you, Ben Carson, because you deserved to be talked down to. Because you say shit that's not true. And that's the main point to make here, is that he makes it seem like, I'm a tough guy, but I'm always under attack. I'm the victim. What are you talking about? You're not under attack at all. Disagreement does not mean that, there's an army waiting for you with a bunch of AK-47s and they're going to take you out. It's hilarious. Whenever you get a right-winger, a far right-winger on their ideology and on their point and you say it's not true, they immediately play the victim. How can you possibly say that in the way that you're saying it? I'm under attack. I'm under attack because they can't handle my worldview. No, we are disagreeing with you because you are wrong about shit. That's what this is. But you interpret that as, I'm the victim, I'm under attack, I need the Secret Service here. Goddamn secular progressives always prove me wrong with facts and data. I need help. Somebody.